Okay, so this is a wonderful place. Let's get started. So today I had to wake up at 4:30 in order to reach this place in time for the sunrise to come up and get it on the rocks. It's a place called Rocha da Pena. So basically, on a rough translation, would be something like the Feathers Rock. I'm gonna show you around. Got a friend of mine called Victor. He's one of my best mates, and he usually comes with me to these places. Not easy to find, but let's hope it's a nice photo shoot. See you in a while. Okay, so I've managed to find the composition I wanted. So, as I told you on my previous video, always try to find a nice foreground to bring you in to the photo, to use that three-dimensionality I spoke earlier. So in this case, I'm using this tree you see here and the rock on the right side as well. On the background we have the big mountain, rocky mountain, which is now covered in a mist, and I hope to get it like it should. So, see you in the picture. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do is creating a panoramic view of this place behind me. You've got the mist setting in, and in order to do so, you have to do a numerous of different exposures. Well, you're seeing the same guy with a different outfit, and that's because I came from the future. That's right. There was something wrong happening with the sound, and even with all the clouds, and the image was not quite right what I expected. So I came from the future. I came from what you're seeing is tomorrow to again tell you how this technique of panorama shot works. So what you have to do is find the place that you want to take the panorama. And as you can see, I'm not using my camera on a horizontal position. I'm using it vertically so I can get more of the images since I'm going to do an horizontal shot. So in order to do that, you have to set your shutter speed, your aperture, your ISO like you usually do, but then you have to take numerous shots, but you have to overlap them in about 20 to 40%. So your software can recognize that specific spots and then glue them together. So that's what I'm going to do now. Another thing to remember is don't overdo it. Don't do a lot of pictures because then the perspective won't be correct. Okay? Don't do like a 180 turn. That won't work. I'll get the picture in the computer right away. Okay, so we're yet again on another waterfall. I know, I'm a sucker for waterfalls. But you know what? It's a different place. It's a different waterfall, so why not? So what I'm doing now is I'm doing that foamy thing you usually see on a waterfall, a long exposure. And what does that mean, long exposure? Well, you have to set your camera to do a photo. It's not just clicking, that's that. Use it on manual or in shutter priority, and you have to set the time. A longer shutter speed, longer exposure, brings more movement into your picture. It also brings some more light. So in order not to get overexposed, you have to use other tools to counter that effect. What other tool is that available for you? Well, you can put your ISO low as possible, so then you lose light, and you'll get some more crispness out of your picture, because the lower the ISO of your camera is, the less noise you've got or grain on your picture. Other tool you can use to your advantage is your diaphragm or aperture. So the biggest the number, like f16, the less light you got going to your sensor. And also, you've got more depth of field. What's depth of field? Well, let's think that on this specific scene, a big depth of field will get everything from where you stand
till the background clear with no blur. If you use on the other side a smaller aperture or like bigger aperture, well, smaller number like f4, f2.8, you'll get a shallower depth of field. That means that the only place that you're going to focus is going to be crisp and the rest is going to be out of focus, and you'll get more light. And in this case, you don't need more light, you need less light. So let's try that picture. So as you can see here, I'm a little bit jiggly with it, you're getting half a second exposure and f18. Well, you shouldn't be over f16 because then light diffraction happens. But between getting the picture like you wanted, like you planned it, and not getting it, I'd rather have the picture. So I'm going to go a little bit over f18. So f18 it is, half a second. Going to have that timer on, and then you'll see the picture. Well, it seems that today we're done. It's raining quite a bit and the clouds are not helping. We went to the Rocky Mountain again. There's rocks, but there's no road. So for today, it's done. See you on the next video. Cheers.